Close your eyes and just listen. When was the last time you felt afraid? Not afraid of an accident, not afraid of the future, but that fear that comes for no clear reason. The one that tightens your chest, the one that makes your heart race. If you are an adult now, but you still fear being alone, if you fear being judged, fear making mistakes, fear being rejected, without knowing why, there may still be a frightened child living somewhere deep inside your mind, a child no one ever asked. What are you afraid of? Where do childhood fears come from? Childhood fears are not just fear of the dark or monsters under the bed. Most of them are fears that were never named. Fear of not being lovable, fear of being abandoned, fear of speaking up and being punished. Children do not analyze fear, they store it, and the child's brain is like a hard drive without filters. It records everything without knowing the future cost, fears that look normal but are not. People often say, they're just a child, they're sensitive, they'll grow up and forget. But the truth is, most of us did not forget. We just learned to stay silent. Fears like fear of disappointing others, fear of saying no, fear of being invisible, fear of not being enough. These look like adult problems, but their roots, almost always, begin in childhood. A simple but deep example. Imagine a child who was told every time they cried, "Stop crying, be quiet." What did that child learn? Not that crying is bad, but that their emotions are a problem. Now that child has grown up, and today they swallow their feelings, explode in relationships, or feel emotionally numb, not because they are weak, but because once they learned that having feelings was dangerous. When fear becomes personality, unresolved fears slowly turn into extreme perfectionism, emotional dependency, control issues, or emotional shutdown. We think these are our personality traits, but very often they are just defense mechanisms of a wounded child. Why some fears never go away? Because no one ever listened to them. Fear grows when it is ignored. Just like a child calling for help with no answer, that child either screams louder or goes silent. Our fears do the same. Common childhood fears still active in adults. Let's be honest. If you relate to any of these, the roots are probably old. Fear of being abandoned, avoiding conflict at all costs, constant need for validation, feeling guilty for no clear reason, expecting things to fall apart when they feel good. These are not flaws, they are survivor memories. The child's brain and fear memory. A child's brain cannot tell the difference between emotional danger and real danger. So, a raised voice can become, "I am not safe," and the brain stores it for the future. Now you are 30 years old, but in certain moments, your brain still believes you are that helpless child. Can these fears be healed? Not by fighting them, not by erasing them. Healing begins with listening. The first step is not removing fear. It is saying, "I see you," to the fear, to the child inside. When fear is heard, it no longer needs to scream. A short reflection for the viewer. If you are watching this right now, after this video ends, ask yourself, when was the first time I felt afraid? Who wasn't there for me? What did I say that I shouldn't have said? What did I never say, but needed to? The answers don't need to be perfect. Seeing them is what matters. Emotional closing. Childhood fears are not weakness, they are signs that once you did not feel safe, and if you are still here, if you are still alive, if you are still searching for understanding, that means that child, with all their fears, survived. Maybe it is time to stop running from your fears and start holding them gently. At Helena Mind, we do not judge our fears, we listen to them.